Oh boy, I made this video for TikTok, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it for Instagram as well because y'all need to hear this. All right, so everyone understands you can't out train a bad diet. However, you can out diet some bad training. Now, with that being said, an in-person's job primarily is to coach you for however long the session is per that day. The typical, usually people are with a coach somewhere around 2 to 3 times per week, right? So let's say 3 times max in a week. There's 168 hours in a week. You know what that means? That means you have, what is that, 165 hours left where you could fuck up everything, right? Because the in-person trainer is only focused on what's going on during that session. Yes, they can give you, a program to follow outside of them. Yes, they can give you macros or maybe even a meal plan, right? But there's no way for them to follow up with you and make sure you actually do what you're supposed to do, because if they're actually successful, right, they have multitude of clients that they have to see per day, and they don't have the time to check up on you essentially all the time, right? To make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do until the next time you see them. And by that point, it's probably too late. Now, the job of an online coach, right, is to focus heavily on the part that matters the most, which is your nutrition, right, and your diet. So, with us, at least, yeah, you might not be able to work out with us. That's whatever, right? But again, we're focusing on the more important part, which is you can't out train a bad diet. If that was true, most of y'all wouldn't be fat now. But I digress. Now, think about this too, right? With that extra layer of accountability every single day of the week, it's kind of like, I like to put it like this. It's kind of like, let's say you're at work and you know your boss is at work and they're watching you. It is very hard to slack off and not do your job, versus if you know that your boss is off for that day, you're going to, kind of cut corners, come into work late, leave early, do whatever you can necessary to skip the actual work part of what you need to do. And the last thing I'm gonna say on this is you're actually gonna save a lot more money by doing online coaching versus in person, because the average individual is going to spend roughly $80 to $100 per session. And if you're seeing a coach 2 to 3 times per week, let's say 3 times per week, that comes out to $300 in a week roughly, right? So you can do the rest of the math for the rest of the month. But yeah, so that's why, online coaching is a more superior product than in-person coaching.